Hey there guys, and welcome to day 19 of the MBD Month of Mindset Challenge. This one's all about unplugging. Technology is phenomenal. I'm obviously speaking to you through it now. I wanted to get up early and make this video while my family is still in bed because I actually want to give them, it's a great day for it, actually it's a Sunday, I want to give them some time where I'm not on my phone today. As anyone really, it can be an issue being on our phones a lot too much these days, but particularly for someone who's self-employed, and especially when that self-employed business is primarily online, it can be very, very easy for that person to then just spend as much time or feel like they're drawn to having to check that phone every few seconds. There's this kind of, I've spoken to a few entrepreneurs about this, and there's this sort of feeling that big break email is going to come through any given second, and it's like, and whilst that is, it's like we've got this fear of missing out, and it's, to be fair, it's probably not coming through. It's also probably not, when it does come through, gonna have a time restraint on it of about a couple of hours, or anything like that. And I remember feeling this for the first time a few years back, where I was in with clients when I was still working in the gym. I was in with clients, and I don't feel the need to check my emails and stuff while I'm in with my clients. So if I was doing 6 straight hours of clients in the gym, I could go 6 straight hours without checking a message. And it could get to the 5th client who's messaged me to say that they're not able to make it that day, and they've messaged me during the 2nd client or whatever, and I've not seen that message because when I'm with other people, when I was with work people, I could give them that full and undivided attention. And it came to my mind that we can choose to do that for our own family. And it's like, we have this strange guilt around having downtime, especially for business owners. We have this guilt around having downtime and the fact that, I could just be responding to people now because all I'm doing is watching TV. Now, whenever we're watching TV, it is supposed to be a downtime, right? It can be something that becomes a boomerang for people. It can be something that isn't helpful, but we're supposed to be having that downtime. That's what we're there for. We're there for escapism, to escape into the story. And even then, we often have another device on the go at the same time. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally keeping up with it. I'm keeping up with it. You might be keeping up with it, but you're not immersed in it to the same level. You're not actually involved in it. You're not engaged in it. If someone was to ask you questions about it later on, you'd remember high level details, but not anything specific. So it is a form of distraction, but it is an addiction. I'm not going to kind of say in terms of the chemical aspects of addiction and all of that, although I think there is some proof from that, but I don't know that for definite, so don't hold me to it. But what I can tell is that just say a compulsion to turn to food for comfort, a compulsion to turn to the phone is a very real issue. What I said at the end of the post I introduced this with today is that if you try and put that phone down, first of all, you're going to want to put it in a different room. You're not just going to want to have it next to you, because you will automatically reach for it and you'll pick it back up again. And if you put it in another room, you'll still probably feel this compulsion, this being pulled towards, I'll just go and check on it. You might find yourself suddenly being like, I'm just going to the loo, and on the way to the loo, grabbing your phone from the kitchen or whatever, and having a quick check while you're on the loo. We've got used to filling every spare moment in our lives with the phone. I was stood outside Tesco the other day and doing the shop, and right now obviously there was a three lengths of people queue outside of Tesco because we have to one in, one out, and I nearly interrupted this because every single one of us, including myself, was on the phone. It's just an observation I made, and I wish I'd have actually done anything, because I wanted to just put the phone down, and I thought, what, while we're all stuck in this situation in this queue right now, stuck in it, it's even the way I talk about that is I wasn't stuck in a queue, but why don't we have a chat? Why don't we kind of go a little bit old school? But again, we've got so used to filling every moment with the phone that we can honestly say that anyone who wants you to spend less time on your phone is quite often perceived by your brain as a threat. I might be being seen by your brain as a threat right now because I'm asking you to unplug for a bit today. But there's very good reasons, it's we want to kind of There are times in our life we don't want to be distracted constantly the whole time. Technology is not going backwards. It's not. It's only going to move forwards. The whole thing is going to be implanted into us at some point sooner or later. It's basically an implant right now. It's just one that is in our hand, and it's on a connection like that we can take out. The connection is our grip. It's pretty much already and it's a part of our body. It's like another organ for us that we don't seem to be able to live without. And technology will move forward. There'll be other things like within 5 years. There'll be like the world could be completely different again. The smartphone itself isn't even particularly that old. I think it's only about 15 years old or something like that. And before that, obviously, it was the laptop, and like we couldn't integrate that into us because it was too big. But these things are going to get smaller, and they're going to be, it'll be all Matrix-like at some point. I'm actually quite looking forward to the whole, there's your knowledge, you can now fly a helicopter. I'm quite looking forward to that. But the idea of it means that we would need to choose to have time without technology. And there is value to time without technology. Right? There's also value to being able to use technology. But we have to make sure that we are using technology and technology is not using us. And that's it. So I'm going to quickly edit this video, get it up nice and early, and then I'm going to go and spend some time with my family without the interruptions of the phone. And I will also have to spend the day resisting the urge to come back to look at the comments and the likes on this post. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and do let me know at the end of the day. Don't let me know like once you're watching this video, and unless you've got a plan of what you're going to go and do. Let me know what you did with your time off technology. Really interested to know, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Catch you soon.